It's a world of hope and a world of fears. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all. 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 It's a small, small world.
There it is.
There it is. Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's off to work we go. Hi-ho, 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 it's off to work we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho. Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities, old Mother Nature's recipes that bring about the necessities of life. Wherever I wander, wherever I roam, I couldn't be fonder of my big home. The bees are buzzing in the trees to make some honey just for me. The bare necessities of life will come to you. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small, small world. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E.
Oh, nothing like getting ready to come on, go live, and there's no internet. And I hate when technical things happen. I'm so sorry to be late. We just had a lot of things like suddenly not work right. At the last
your
minute.
internet didn't suddenly work, and then we had to
I'm like doing a sound check. Everything's perfect, and you come back 20 minutes
pulling it all
later, and it's
apart.
not. Anyway, hi everybody. Thank you for being so patient, waiting like you did. I knew you would tonight because everybody loves Disney. I mean, we're all kids tonight.
Sure.
Right? I see Fred. Speaking of kids, I feel like the Mickey Mouse and Romper Room. I see Freddie out there. I see David Mayoko. David.
It's the
One of
Mickey
my
Mouse
favorite
Club roll call,
performers in the
Bob.
world. It's the Mickey Mouse roll call. That's right. And I see Art Catlin's out there, who's in the show tonight. Michelle Mercado, the president of the Virtual Piano Bar Fan Club. And Eileen Scheibner, I knew you'd be there. And Ed McLaughlin and Kevin Gray and Michael Anoloff and Bennett Lee and Maurice and Rick and Penny and Dottie and Judy and Ron Hunter and Don Amorosi's in the show tonight too. And you're all here tonight. Zach is here too. So we have a really fun show tonight for you. It's full of songs from animated Disney films, of which I have seen only one.
Which one did you see?
I know what Mary Poppins is not animated.
Well, partial.
It has a partial
It has an
animation.
animated segment.
I saw Mary Poppins when it first came out, and I thought it was the neatest movie I'd ever seen. I thought it was the coolest. I loved every second of it.
Well, you were probably, what, like 8 or 10?
Something like that. And younger, I don't remember.
Maybe younger, yeah.
But I loved it, and it is the one I'm most familiar with out of all the Disney films. Like I'm familiar with all the songs and all the segments with the songs. I was never one to sit and watch all these films over and over, so I couldn't tell you all the stories. But I'll tell you, I must be the only one because everybody I talk to knows these stories inside out and backwards. Like John Ward, he's out there, and Elizabeth Webb. I know you guys all know this stuff. And Cousin Patty in Florida, I see, and Carol Gladstone, and Celeste. All my favorite kids are out there. And Judy Petrosky, yes. So, Mary Poppins is the one I'm most familiar with. And thank God we have two songs.
I was going to say, you lucked out on that one.
Well, that was particularly good. I mean, I never turn down a song from Mary Poppins because it's just one of my favorites. And I love every song from it. So I think without further ado, why don't we get the show off to a start? You waited long enough for us to start, and then I was frazzled, so I kept forgetting our medley. Which I had right here.
It's fine.
And then I went right out the window.
That's what makes it fun. You're living on the seat of your, the edge of your seat.
Tonight, especially. Yeah. So, cheers, everybody. Thank you, Aileen, for my Tito's Martini tonight. And I hope you enjoy the show. Hi, Jeff Silverman and Art of the other Art. And Vincent out in Chicago, and Marjorie's here, too. All right, so without further ado, from Mary Poppins, here to open us up with one of my favorite songs from that movie is Jonathan Waterfield.
When you think back to all those Disney movies you loved when you were a kid, whether it's Lion King or Dumbo or Cinderella or Pete's Dragon, I think you'll all agree there's one movie that stands head and shoulders above the rest. It's the movie we all remember watching when we were younger, and it's the movie that every one of us knew every song to. I'm going to give you a moment and see if you can work out which movie I'm talking about. I'm going to sing the very final song from that movie for you now, and I'd like you all to join along in your very worst Cockney accents. With tuppence for paper and strings, you can have your own set of wings. With your feet on the ground, you're a bird in flight, with your fist holding tight to the string of your kite. Go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite. When you send it flying up there, all at once you're lighter than air. You can dance on the breeze over houses and trees with your fist holding tight to the string of your kite. Oh, let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite. Yes, let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite.
How fun is that, right?
I mean, we had to put Jonathan at the top of the show.
Jonathan, you're always such a great opening or such a great closer, one or the other.
It's because of his energy. He has such good energy.
Isn't he, though? It's the best. Thank you, Jonathan. Also had some other people real quick, too. I see Wally Watson's out there, too. And Rich Runge and Greg Maloney and Julianne Ken and Doylestown and Josie, who's in the show. And she's next. And Jeff Tagan and Rick are up in Provincetown with us, and Will Donnelly over in Lambertville, and Jane Ellen. Good to have you and your students too in our show. And Chris McCarthy and Patricia down in Atlantic City, and April Goodbreak, who was just in the show.
I think Jonathan was throwing some shade at Dick Van Dyke with his little introduction about the bad accent.
The bad accent, because Jonathan is a real Brit.
He would know.
He would know. I would not argue with Jonathan's assessment of that. Hi, Amy. Hi, Arnie Fox and Bill Tomer and Jim Muck. Congratulations on your wedding on Saturday, too. We're glad to have you watching the show as well and seeing some of your friends in it singing, including Amy.
Congratulations, Jim.
Thank you, Jonathan. I'm sorry I gave away some of your introduction. So tonight has another first in the show. There's usually a song or two that I have not seen. Mm-hmm. We do all the work. I do all the work with the recording, doing the piano, working out with the singer. And then when all the pieces come in, Michael puts them together, and I'm usually right there. Well, I decided last night I didn't want to see any of them. I wanted to be surprised by every single one. So I have not seen.
He's trusting me.
I have not seen a single performance, so I'm going to be as surprised as you, which is how it will feel. Like your eyes are all bugged open when you go to Disney. This is how I feel watching the show tonight, because I don't even know how things came out. I just know that it was a lot of fun creating it, because I loved playing every song. The next song in the show is probably the song I knew the least, and I think it was because whenever it came, I'm sure I have to look this up. When it was the Grammys in 2016 or 2017 Grammys, this song won for something, and it won over. I think it did. I have to look it up. I thought it won over a song that I was hoping would win. So I was mad at the movie, but then again, I didn't watch it because it was animated anyway. But everyone loved it, said it was great. So this is a song from the movie Moana from 2016. And to sing it tonight, please welcome back for the second time on the show, Josie LaTorres.
Hi everyone, my name is Josie again. The song I will be singing is How Far I'll Go from Moana. When Disney originally released the movie, they also released a special version of the song with every verse in a different language. So 24 different languages in total, and in my senior year of high school, I was like, yeah, this is the most productive use of my time. Let's learn this. So now I know it, but it's good fun. I apologize if there are any mispronunciations of any of the languages. I am familiar with Spanish and Korean and then only fluent in English. So therefore, some of these other ones, not the best, but it's for fun and I hope you enjoy. Thank you. I've been staring at the edge of the water. Som najdobrava svičko, no тази вода ме дъхави, шамек фейк бешкет би. Is a laser safe for the needs most fair, tjaki sen gamli, vas en dit kush ai, te bingi mataya, et te moja, at te ha, I, At glizaka du činje ke ad, beskrajni, ke shantu eso, Señor, si el viento en mi vela de acompañar a me, se pionará, tu grifo mi cromo en ojo místico, ya sé, ya que todos en la isla piensan, estás festivando, alegar verdino can, ahora some, san ci potrà guidarmi dalle costa Maragnaza y verás que la lucha va por mí ya sabe chingoso voy en garchida y se me showe like the bus de bedalo be ma avabe chingai viento
I just love her.
Josie, that was just, we just love you, and that was just brilliant.
And at the end, after giving this like intense, like all those languages, and she just goes, I love that.
I think she did that the last time.
She's adorable.
She's just so adorable. And I thought when she said at the beginning, I know, right, Don? It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I thought when she said something at the beginning about that she about all the different languages. I missed something, and I thought she was only going to sing in a handful of them. She had every one of them.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Well,
don't you love that she says, "Oh, I know Spanish and English and a little Korean." What a combination, right? I love it. I love it.
Joseph, that watches the show and is on the show a lot, Joseph Vasquez speaks, I think, and sings in 7 languages. Joseph, I don't know if he was watching, he's probably sweating it out going, I have a few more to learn. Hi, Eric. I see you're joining us tonight, too. And Eddie Weiner. It was one of my first movies I think I ever saw as well, probably, was Mary Poppins. So I think I'm with you on that. Ed McLaughlin's with us down in North Carolina, and Chris Dufour and John Helm and Andrew Erickson and Laura and Michael May and Danielle Lirov. Good to have you, my friend. And Frank and Robin and Terry Fenningham. Wow, I love doing Disney. So thanks again, Josie. I can't wait to have you back. That was just brilliant. I didn't even know that you did all that, so I just found out now too. And I was like, wow.
Great job.
And Michael did the translation.
I put its subtitles in because I'm watching it last night thinking, I didn't know this song. And so I hope she's not upset I put subtitles in. She already had labeled the language for me, which was lovely.
That was a love. The love was great.
Yeah.
Oh, Josie, we all loved you. Hi, Kathleen Brzezinski. Good to see you with us tonight, too. So our next, moving right along, our next one, one of the, I think one of the older ones, Dumbo, is...
Yeah, exactly. This goes back to the 40s, right?
I think so. Dumbo
Jimmy Durante did music for Dumbo, right? Wasn't Jimmy Durante part of that whole, like, I
wasn't
remember...
alive. I don't know. I mean, I'm, older, but I don't know that.
But you're a historian, Bob. You don't have to have have to have lived the age in order to know about it.
I know. Well, no, I do. I just don't. But I know Dumbo is one of the older ones.
It is.
And I love the song. I was really glad when Amy wanted to do it. And so anyway, without further ado, please welcome, singing a song from Dumbo, Miss Amy Levine.
This song is dedicated to all the mothers, all the young and the old, and the grandmothers who love their children more than anything else in the world. Baby mine, don't you cry. Baby mine, dry your eyes. Rest your head close to my heart, never to part, baby of mine. Little one, when you play, don't you mind what they say. Let those eyes sparkle and shine, never a tear, baby of mine. If they knew, sweet little you, they end up loving you too. All the same people who scold you, what they'd give just for the right to hold you. From your head down to your toes, you're so sweet, goodness knows. You are so precious to me, sweet as in me, baby of mine. If they knew, sweet little you, they'd end up loving you too. All the same people who scold baby of mine. Baby of mine. I love you, Mom and Dad.
That's sweet.
That was so beautiful,
That's
Amy.
so sweet.
I love it. It was just so beautiful. Love that song. I love the way you did it. It's so funny because I had an initial reaction when I first saw. I saw like the beginning of it. I had not seen the whole song, but at first I thought, because we always tell singers not to sing from shooting up. But then I said, but if you're singing to a baby, and all I kept thinking was that Friends episode where they had the first baby on the show, and they all, at the very end, they all gather around and they look down and they showed the camera from like the baby's eyes looking up. And that's all I could think of when Amy was singing. I'm like, if you were singing to a baby, in a baby, you'd be looking down. So that was adorable, Amy. It's just perfect, and I love that you sang that song. So the next song is from, actually, I did not see the movie, but I did see the musical, Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, well then you're off the hook.
So be our guest. I always say hi to Kathy Levars. She's out there. She's in the show too. And Linnell Antonelli's with us. And Whitney is going to be back on the show again soon, I hope too. She was just on the show recently. And Rhoda Rogers. And Veronica is waiting for Chris to come up, I know. And Sharon Sweeney and Megan Hill and John Bell. And Adam Heider. Good to have you, Adam. And Beth Hansen. So anyway, I love the song too that Don is about to sing. I also heard it done by Josh Groban. And I remember seeing it from the show. It's a great show. So without further ado, from Beauty and the Beast, Don Amorosi.
I was the one who had it all. I was the master of my fate. I never needed anybody in my life. I learned the truth too late. I'll never shake away the pain. I close my eyes, but she's still there. I let her steal into my melancholy heart. It's more than I can bear. I know she'll never leave me, even if she runs away. She will still torment me, calm me, hurt me, move me, come what may. Wasting in my lonely tower, waiting by an open door. I'll fool myself, she'll walk right in and be with me forevermore. I rage against the trials of love. I curse the fading of the light. Though she's already flown so far beyond my reach, she's never out of sight. Though I know she'll never leave me, even if she fades from view, she will still inspire me, be a part of everything I do. Wasting in my lonely fool myself shall walk right in. And as the long, long nights begin, I'll think of all that might have been, waiting here
I just love his voice. We're watching this. I said to Bob, doesn't he remind you, like, the voice of George Hearn?
George Hearn.
Who's-
You're George Hearn, Don.
Who's still doing some acting, but he's older. But he was like one of the first Sweeney Todds, and he had an amazing career in the 70s and 80s. And that voice, it's that booming.
And Lacage.
Yeah,
the Fall,
Lacage, right.
too. I
That
mean,
booming, and he was on a couple episodes of Golden Girls, just saying. That booming voice, I love that. Oh, I love what Don does.
Don, that was your best performance
Yeah,
in the
that's
show,
great.
too. It blew me away.
That's great.
I almost I was this had nothing to do with you or the song, but I laughed for a second. I was about to say hi. I almost I can't read, like, because this computer is a little smaller, so it's like a special camera, and I see the titles on Facebook like really small, and I went, oh my God, Linda Ronstadt's watching. Linda Rosendahl. I thought you were Linda Ronstadt. I'm like,
you were like, oh, we shouldn't use my good computer because, it's just sitting there for the show. Well, I'll get a cheaper computer.
It's
a better processor, right? The screen is like...
it's like really, it's small.
And it's not like we're 21, right? So we're like this.
All this trying to come to you clear. Don't do that.
It's like, what's going on?
Anyway, and I'm not going to wear glasses on this show because I don't need glasses, but it is really tiny to read it.
I take mine off, so.
Don, it was just magnificent. We loved it. Say hi to Leanne. Leanne Chinesky's going to be in our show next week. Doing our next Wednesday is ABBA. Yeah. She will. Yeah, she's in there for our.
We already got a lot of the videos in for that. Boy, people are excited to do that.
Yeah,
show.
everyone's really excited about ABBA.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Two Canes, I know you're watching tonight. And I know you'll be there next week to see some ABBA songs. And Brian White, nice to have you. And it's nice to have a lot of. I just noticed a lot of new people tonight watching the show. So thank you very much.
And if you're singers and you want to sing, get in touch. We're looking for new people.
Yeah, it's not like a closed thing. I mean, just reach out and say, like to be on the show.
Right here on Facebook, best way to get a hold of us.
Think about it. Yeah. No, I love. We're always having new singers every week, and I have another new singer this coming Sunday, possibly two. So there's usually new singers all the time. But I want to thank John Richardson, who started this virtual piano bar network nearly a year ago. Well, actually, he did start it a year ago. It's just I didn't come along till May 2nd, May 3rd. But it was really great because all of us performers, we were working every night of the week, and then all of a sudden the world dropped out in the middle of March last year. And John just took it right onto line without missing a beat.
So now instead of working every night of the week, you're working every night and every day of the week.
So now it's just a whole different life.
It's like nonstop, right?
It's nonstop.
Yeah.
But it's fun, and I enjoy it, and I love still get to make music with everybody, even though we're doing it a little bit differently than we were. So let me just move on to the next song, because everyone loves Peter Pan.
Yeah.
And I love this song. I've always loved this song.
Have you seen Peter Pan?
I probably did. I just don't remember. It was a long time ago. A long time ago. Okay, let's not go there. But I love Peter Pan, and I was glad when Art said that he could do this, because I used to play this for Art when he would come into my piano bar. So here you go. Without further ado, Art Catlin.
And time is never planned. It's not on any chart. You must find it with your heart. Never, never land. It might be miles beyond the moon, or right there where you stand. Just have an open mind, and then suddenly you'll find never land. You'll have a treasure if you stay there, more precious far than gold. For once you have found your way there, you can never, ever grow old. So come with me where dreams are born and time is never planned. Just think of lovely things and your heart will fly on wings forever in never, never land. You'll have a treasure if you stay there, more precious far than gold. For once you have found your way there, you can never, ever grow old. So come with me where dreams are born and time is never planned. Just think of lovely things and your heart will fly on wings forever in never, never land.
I love that song.
I do.
Julie Stein song.
Julie
right?
Stein wrote it. Yeah, I actually wrote it for the stage show. It wasn't in the cartoon, but it's like everybody thinks of it as Disney, so we let them do it.
Oh, it makes me think of Peter Pan, and it makes me think it's Disney all the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly inspired. They were out around the same time, by the way. They were both in the 1950s, so the stage show and the cartoon. And actually, the stage show is in many ways better known, and it's kind of better. The cartoon is a little bit like it's not. I wouldn't say that the Peter Pan is top tier Disney. Actually, I think, but that's certainly top tier Julie Stein.
Yeah. Oh, so okay. So Mary Martin was in that, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. And it keeps coming back. I mean, Kathy Rigby's done it like 30 times. She never stops. Never stops. She never grows old.
I'll never forget. I was playing at a piano bar probably like 30 years ago. One of my customers, I remember his name, but I don't think he's watching. But he said I played that song, and we were talking about Peter Pan. He said, "Oh, I saw Peter Pan." The original. And I don't know what I was thinking, and I said, "Oh, with Kathy Rigby," and he said, "No, with Mary Martin," and he said, "I have shoes older than you." I still remember that day. So with Mary Martin, so I guess he was older than I thought.
Anyway, Art did a great job.
Art, that was beautiful. I missed doing that with you live, but hey, this is the next best thing.
Yeah, Peter Pan didn't need glasses because he never grows old, John. Not like us. he could deal with a small screen.
Yeah. Okay, I'll figure it out. I don't know. I mean, but you know what? It's not just me. I notice everybody else that does the same thing. They're all.
Oh my God!
I was watching Michael Mackesy, so they're all like, "Well," and they like get right on it because we can't. It's a little far away.
You know what else happens with these shows is this stuff. You guys are so engaged out there that the comments go quick. They go. You should see it on our end because we see everybody. We just don't see.
And the bigger I make the comments, the less shows so they fly. They go faster.
Flying. It's like what was that? What did they just say?
The smaller they are, the slower they go.
Yeah.
So it's very it's hard being us right now. You know what? So here's another funny thing that happened this week. I do a little morning coffee thing with my email. One of my friends, Denny, does a little trivia thing in the morning, and I actually flunked the question from like 3 days ago, and it was about what. Well, anyway, it
was about a Disney character that was modeled on a real
live
prince.
Hi, Rosemary Convery. Good to have you and your sister Joan out there too. And anyway, so I was here, It turns out catch this, Sleeping Beauty. The prince in Sleeping Beauty was modeled after Prince Philip, who just passed away, just shy of his 100th birthday. I never knew that. Did everybody know that? But me, it seems like when it comes to these animated movies,
you asked me, and I figured it out when you said, "Oh, what do you think?" And I'm like, "Well, based on the timing of a prince and blah, blah, it's probably like Philip is probably Sleeping Beauty," and Bob's like,
I don't know what I guessed, but it wasn't Sleeping Beauty. Anyway, because I didn't know. But see, you're right, Amy. I do have some. I guess I have some catching up
it's
to
what
do.
happens when you don't watch animated features.
I've got to just binge all this,
Although I think Rebecca wrote the other day that she doesn't watch them either. So,
thank you, Rebecca. That's why I love you. All right. Without further ado, the next song is also from actually a more recent Disney film called Hunchback of Notre Dame. Are you familiar with that too?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really know this song until Chris mentioned it to me. There's another song called Out There that's from something else, and I thought that's what he was talking about until I went to play this, and I'm like, I don't know this song, but it's really cool. It's really nice. I really like it. It's not easy to sing, and it wasn't exactly easy to play either. So without further ado, from the Hunchback of Notre Dame, Chris Vanilla.
This is my favorite Disney song, and I think that it is definitely the most underrated of all the Disney songs ever. Now, when Bob recorded this for me, he also recorded the introduction to the song too. And Bob obviously doesn't watch animated movies, as he's mentioned many times in the show. And but if he had, he would have known that the beginning of this song is kind of a duet. But that's no problem, because anybody who's watched me do songs in this show knows that when I have a duet, I just use it as an opportunity to have a little fun. So here we go. The world is cruel, the world is wicked. It's I alone who you could trust in this whole city. I am your only friend. I who keep you, teach you, feed you, dress you. I who look upon you without fear. How could I protect you, boy, unless you always stay in here, away in here? Remember what I've taught you, Wesley. You are deformed, I am deformed, you are ugly, and I am ugly. These are crimes for which the world shows little pity. You do not comprehend, you are my one defender. Out there they revile you as a monster, I am a monster. Out there they will hate and scorn and jeer, a monster. Why am I their calumny and consternation? Stay in here, be faithful, I'm faithful, be grateful, I'm grateful, me. Do as I say, they say in here. Safe behind these windows and these parapets of stone, gazing at the people down below me. All my life I've watched them as I hide up here alone, hungry for the histories they've shown me. All my life I memorized their faces, knowing them as they will never know me. All my life I wondered how it feels to pass a day not above them, but part of them. And out there, living in the sun, give me one day out there. All I ask is one to hold forever. Out there, where they all live on. Oh, where would I give? Would I dare just to live one day out there? I can see them. Every day shout and scold and go about their lives, heedless of the gift it is to be them. If I was in their skin, I treasure every instant out there, strolling by the sand. Taste the morning out there like ordinary men who really walk about there just one day, and then I swear I'll be content with my share. Won't resent, won't despair, old and bent, I won't care. I'll have spent one day out
I love it. He's exhausted at the end.
Yeah,
Do it
it's
again,
exhausting.
Chris.
It's
Do
a
it
lot
again.
of work, that song.
I think you should do it again.
Let's do it again, Chris. When I was making the piano, doing the piano for it, I kept thinking, wait, this is two people. I guess Chris is gonna I don't know. I guess he's gonna do both. So that was really brilliant.
You
that
should
did
know
that.
better by now.
We should know better by Chris. That's right. If there were three parts, there'd be three of them. Oh, there have been.
Can
Right.
you imagine what his family would have done with 3 Chris's?
I don't know. I don't know.
Wow.
Nice job, Chris. It was
Good job,
terrific.
Chris.
And I love that you did that song because nobody else does that. And I don't remember. I don't think I ever played it before, except maybe for you once, I think. But I don't remember.
It's kind of a gay anthem briefly, and it was replaced by something else. I think when it first came out, and of course the Hunchback being a character that sort of cast the shadows. I think it became, when that came out, I think it was in the 90s or early 2000s.
It was?
Yeah,
Oh,
briefly.
I didn't know. I never saw it. It was that long ago. Oh,
Well, it was a long time ago. It was a long
it's a
time
neat
ago.
song. Powerful. Thanks again, Chris.
Stephen Schwartz, by the way, wrote with Howard Mencken. Great, two titans of
That was Stephen Schwartz
and Howard
teamed
Mencken.
up with Howard
yeah.
Mencken?
Yeah,
Wow. I didn't know they ever worked together
I know, it's crazy, right?
for the whole show. I guess they wrote the whole show
They
together.
must have. I haven't looked at the score in years, but yeah.
Hi, Enid and Roger. I see you're out there, and Frank and Robin and Corey and Barbara Lesinski. It is your birthday today. Happy birthday,
Happy
Barbara.
birthday, Barbara.
I also want to say happy birthday to Kathy Graham Pappas,
Hey, Kathy.
one of our singers in the show, who's going to be back on real soon. And my friend Dawn Awan is out there probably, and DJ Nick, who worked with me for years. But Barbara, happy birthday. Glad you're watching it on your birthday, too. And hi, Rebecca. Good to have you with us. And Frank Zarinsky. So our next song, anyway, we're talking about, never mind. The next song is from Lady and the Tramp.
Yes.
So Lady and the Tramp is not as old, going back to 1941, but 1955, though.
It still predates you.
It does. 1955. And Lady and the Tramp, which I know the songs from. What's musical isn't that what Cruella de Vil is?
No, that's 101 Dalmatians.
See what I mean? I know. See what I mean? There you go. I know. I have some catching up to do, Amy. You're right.
You've
I've got to
seen
binge.
at least bits and pieces of this,
I've seen all the pieces of all these Disney films. I've seen all the musical numbers, but I just never seen the whole musical. Rebecca, you and I have some catching up to do. She's out there. So anyway, without further ado, singing this great song from Lady and the Tramp. This is a beautiful song, and we all love him every time he's on the show. Coming to us from, where's Zach tonight? He's at college.
I
back at
put him
Montclair.
at college. I don't know where he really was.
I think he is back at college at Montclair State. Please welcome back Zach Taglioli.
You know, Lady and the Tramp, it took place in New Orleans. But when I hear this next song, I can't help but think about Italy. And I think it explains why. This is the night. It's a beautiful night on this lovely Bella skies, they got stars in their eyes on this lovely bella notte. So take the love of your loved one, you'll need it about this time to keep from falling like a star when you make that dizzy beat climb. For this is the night and the heavens are bright on this lovely bella notte. So take the love of your loved one, you'll need it about this time to keep from falling like a star when you make that dizzy beat climb. For this is the night and the heavens are bright on this lovely bella notte. On this lovely bella notte. You know what? I think it's time to eat some pizza. All alone.
Zach,
I,
who doesn't love Zach Tagliani?
I doubt if Zach's ever really alone.
I know, right? He's so Italian.
He is.
I love that. I love that. I love that he picked that song because I really didn't know that song, Zach. I had heard it, but I really wasn't that familiar with it. I don't think I've ever played that for anyone in my entire life, and I played for a lot of singers over all these years, but no one ever sang that. I don't think anyone ever sang that with me.
Maria Hill's always a step ahead of me. I was going to say that all the music from Lady and the Tramp, and you'll remember this when we did the Peggy Lee show, is all written by Peggy Lee. And she wrote that song. And of course, you know that famous cover she did of her own song for this.
He's a tramp. Right.
He's a rover.
But I forgot, having done the Peggy Lee show, I forgot that she also wrote everything else in the movie.
But like, 18 or 20
I knew that
songs.
she wrote that song, He's a Tramp.
Yeah, there's a bunch of songs in there. It was actually pretty song-heavy.
Right, it's a gorgeous song. Chris Vanilla likes it. He wants to steal that one, too.
Yeah,
right,
it's really beautiful.
Because that's Italian. That's Italian. Hi, Bonnie and Stan. Good to see you there,
Who would
too.
have guessed a romance?
And Jack Putnack. Huh?
A romance with two dogs.
A romance with two dogs,
Yeah.
right. That's why I thought it had to be the one with Cruella de Vil, but there's dogs in a lot of Disney.
Dalmatians.
There's dogs, there's mice, Mickey Mouse.
Well, yes.
Yes.
I mean, well, it's a talking mouse, so that's all you need to know.
Well, before we do Michael's song, too, I want to say hi to some other people out there, too. To my friends at Jekyll's all watching, and wish my friend Jean a happy birthday in advance, because it's this coming weekend. A very special birthday for you. And Jane McNeil and Mary and Peter and Denise Marshall. I think you're out there watching, too, tonight. So hi, Denise. And Andy and Marianne, you guys are amazing. Thanks for your sweet note yesterday. And everybody, Jody Polinoski, thank you for your nice note too, which I got today. And everybody just sends, I keep getting notes. I get cards and letters and just the sweetest little things from people and so thank you very much. There's nothing better than doing this and knowing that people really appreciate it.
I didn't set up the Max cam, so hold on, I'll show you.
Are we gonna get because if Max doesn't make an appearance, everyone thinks there's something wrong. So Max is finally knocked out sleeping on his bed. Max? Unlike last week in which he was very animated, having had his new Dinovite. in his food, and it just seemed to perk him up. And at 13, he was acting like 2. So
Trust me, he is very perky.
I guess to use a B.B. King song titled "The Thrill Is Gone."
Yeah. Yeah.
He said, "I'm back to sleeping. Forget this stuff."
Yeah.
All right, Michael, why don't you sing a song from the movie I never saw and the show I never saw, but it is so high on my list, and I was so close to seeing it. My sister was about to bring my niece and nephew right before everything shut down. I was even going to take them to the show, and it didn't happen.
Well, we'll get you there. But this song was actually requested a couple weeks ago, and Bob said, well, then you're going to do it during the Disney night. And I happen to know it was wedding song.
It was Michelle Mercado's wedding song?
I believe that, if I read correctly.
And Sean Hanratty, he requested it in one of the Michael request nights, too. So, hi, May. All right, and Karen Baldino. Hi, Karen.
May wants to know how to watch a performance I missed.
Oh, easy. Oh, let me tell you all that. Thank you for asking that, May. So the best thing is to be on my email list. Send me an email at bob@bobeganentertainment.com, bob@bobeganentertainment.com, and I'll put you on the newsletter list. And at the bottom of the newsletter are all the shows that happened.
Going all the way back to May of last year.
All the way back to day one. There's only 2 shows that were missing because the Beatles show and the Eagles shows aren't on there. Every single show is up. You can watch it. Just ask Rich Runge. He's down there at the shore watching. He is caught up. He just started joining us in December, so he is now up till I think the end of September.
Wow.
You know, some people binge watch Ozark and
they binge watch us.
all these series, but some people. But I love that people binge watch us. That's such a treat.
But you can actually go on to YouTube at the Virtual Piano Bar Network's page. In fact, you should all be subscribers if you're not, because then you'll get notified every time they go live.
Yeah.
But you can go on that page, and you can just put in the page Bob Egan Virtual Piano Bar, and you'll see all the.
Yeah, but
the
it takes a
videos.
while to scroll back.
It takes
to
a while,
like
but it's
May.
kind of fun to go back and scroll.
But if you get my newsletter, it's
You
right
can click
there,
on
and you
them,
just
yeah.
click, and you're right there immediately. I listed all the shows and all the theme shows, and pretty soon we're going to have the new website up, and you'll be able to see which shows and which performers were in it and what songs. You know, it'll be all. But it's just going to take a lot of time to create that because it's just a couple people doing all this. So, so it'll happen. Anyway, without further ado, Michael, will you sing a song from The Lion King?
Absolutely.
I haven't seen The Lion King. Hakuna Matata, The Circle of Life. I know a lot of the songs, but anyway. All right, here we go. Michael Troutman.
There's a calm surrender to the rush of day, when the heat of the rolling world can be turned away. An enchanted moment, and it sees me through. It's enough for this restless warrior just to be with you. And can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we got this far. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. There's a time for everyone if they only learn that the twisting kaleidoscope moves us all in turn. There's a rhyme and a reason to to the wild outdoors, when the heart of the star-crossed warrior beats in time with yours. And can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we got this far. Can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best.
Nice, Michael. I love that song from the first came out. Elton John really does write nice music.
Yeah, he
God,
really does,
he's
doesn't he?
still at it.
Yeah.
Right? It's good stuff, good songs. I don't think anybody would not love that song. Thank you for doing that.
Oh, thank you.
I'm the one.
Thank you for
telling
playing that, yeah.
Do it tonight. So anyway, also Venmo and PayPal. That is how people have supported our show since we started it. And you guys have been all angels and been amazing, which has helped keep the show going, help us get tinier computers so I can't see the screen, but they broadcast better. And that's what we're all about. We just want to try to make that everything looks and sound as good as it can possibly do, since it's we're not at NBC, and this is not Netflix.
Well, I don't want to interrupt the money
Go
thing, but I just want to say that Frank is saying that it's him and Michelle Mercado's anniversary this Saturday.
Oh,
and that was their wedding song.
And you happen to do that song, and
Yeah.
it's their anniversary.
So happy anniversary, guys.
Well, then that was perfect for you to
Yeah.
do that song on their anniversary.
So while we're thankful for all your support of Venmo and PayPal, we're also thankful for Michelle Mercado.
We are thankful for Michelle. Michelle's one of the warriors of this show. She's out there all the time. And Susie Cruz, good to see you watching from Florida. Oh, she was on the show recently as Cher. I hope you'll come back, Susie. You were so much fun.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, thank you very much for everything since we started this show. And it's going to continue on, because even if I'm going out playing, we can't not do this. We have to do this. Hi, Peg and Jay, and hi, Stefan and Pam and Lorelei. I'm sorry, I missed you earlier too. So, well, I guess is it time?
Oh, okay.
So in 1964, we started the show out in 1964 with Jonathan opened our show with a song from the movie musical Mary Poppins. And then finally, and I had been saying for years and years and years, when are they going to make a musical of this? Why is this going to be a stage musical? They were making musicals of everything else.
Right.
I mean, you name it.
It was rights. Let's face it, it was about rights.
Was it about rights?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
She had to die. The originator of those Mary Poppins books had to die in order for them to. She did not want the movies made. I mean, she noticed that once she's out of the picture, boy, Mary Poppins Returns and musicals.
Yeah, I never understood why Mary Poppins took so long. I mean, they're making musicals about things that were a stretch, I thought. And now with the musical coming out about Silence of the Lambs, I mean, I just made that up. I'm kidding. I'm just saying.
No, there was a Silence of the Lambs musical.
No, there wasn't.
Yes, there was. It was called Silence! It was off Broadway, and there's actually a musical number. It's a parody, but it's true. There's a musical number of people dressed like lambs. It's. I'm not kidding. Look it up. Silence.
I think you made that up.
I did not make it up.
Well, I made it up, and
Marie Hill knows that I didn't make it up.
Apparently, it was true. So.
Marie Hill is Mrs. Wikipedia. I may be Mr. Wikipedia.
My point being that Mary Poppins seemed like just a given for a musical, and I couldn't understand what the holdup was, why it was taking so long. Anyway, when they did do the musical, like anything else, when they go from movie to musical or musical to movie, either way, they always add a song or two. And this was the added song, which is just wonderful. And she never disappoints us. And I have no idea what she's going to do tonight, but I had so much fun doing this with her, and I'm going to be as surprised as you.
You are.
Please welcome back the wonderful, and we just love her and adore her too, Kathy Lee Bars.
By the time the wind has blown the weather vane around, I'll show you if I can. No matter what the circumstance, for one thing I'm renowned. My character is spit, spot, spick and span. I'm practically perfect in every way. Practically perfect, so people say. Each virtue virtually knows no bound. Each trait is great and patently sound. I'm practically perfect from head to toe. If I had a fault, it would never dare to show. I'm so practically perfect in every way. Both prim and proper and never too stern. Well educated, yet willing to learn. I'm clean and honest, my manner refined. And I wear shoes of the sensible kind. I suffer no nonsense, and whilst I remain, there's nothing else I feel I need explain. I'm practically perfect, so people say. Practically perfect, that's my forte. Uncanny nannies are hard to find. Unique yet meek, unspeakably kind. I'm practically perfect, not slightly soiled. Running like an engine that's just been freshly oiled. I'm so practically perfect in every way. I'm practically perfect, and here's my aim. By the time I leave here, you both will be the same. You'll be practically perfect. Practically perfect. You will be practically perfect in every way. Oh, oh.
You see it coming a mile away, and yet it's so funny.
I wonder, I have to ask Kathy if she was inspired by that famous I Love Lucy episode where little Ricky learns to play the drums. And Lucy does a kitchen scene that's all choreographed and all like in time. That was just brilliant. It was even better than that. I know
was
everybody's just
perfect.
loving that. Oh, Kathy, you never disappoint. You're amazing. That was brilliant. I can't believe the toaster went on. Everything went right. I was just, this is theater.
My favorite is actually the coffee, because you see her press the button, and you're like, Kathy! Kathy!
Put the cup in there.
cup!
No. Hi, Melinda. Oh, this is hysterical. Anyway, thank you for joining. Christian Hawkins is running our show tonight from Oregon. Christian, thank you so much. You've been such a trooper and helping us with all the crazy technical stuff that we had when we were trying to get the show off the ground. But, you know, every day is a new day, and who knows what's going to happen next week. There's always like some gremlin and surprise out there in the internet. Michael, thank you for all your work on all the production of this. You did such a great job. I was thoroughly surprised. I literally am seeing everything along with all of you for the first time. So thank you very much, and have a great couple days. We are back here on Sunday night. Our special guest this Sunday is Eddie Bruce.
Yes, it is.
And we have a couple special guests coming up all the way through the end of May, all scheduled. So it's going to be a lot. The Sundays are going to be full of surprises, and so are some of the Wednesdays. But next Wednesday, get your dancing shoes on for ABBA. All right. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you. Have a great night. I'll see you on Sunday. Take care.
See you soon.
Bye.